Greetings, divine radiance. Welcome to your Wednesday live Empower Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of Ashworth, Life Sculpting. I am a divine interpreter specializing in trauma release and spiritual awakening with a focus on abundance in every area of your life. I'm like, so excited, can't talk. I get that way when I know we're going to be live together. So how are you all doing today? How are you doing today? I am just going to wait for people to get on. There is someone on right now. So thank you for being here. Please leave a comment so I know who you are. I get all tongue-tied. Hey, Naya, how are you? You are the first one on, so I'm going to pull you a card, Naya, while we are waiting for everyone else to get on. Someone else just got on too, so thank you for being here. Okay, thank you. So, Naya, you're on the right path. You're on the right path and go fearlessly forward. So what it says is my prayer. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make helpful life changes. And the second card says, go forward fearlessly. Thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. And so it is. Someone else is on. So here's what I'm going to do. I think this is a thing. Whoever joins first to say, hey, I'm here, I'll start pulling a card for that person. So it'll encourage people to get on and be on time. So I am just going to wait a little bit for others to join us. You are so welcome. Knowing you and what's going on with you as far as your path, when I saw those cards, I'm like, okay, this is so for her. This is so for her. Today I'm drinking the Third Eye tea. I tend to drink that one when I'm going live. I really, really like it. So how has your morning been so far, Naya? Let's see. It looks like we have one more person who just joined us. So whoever you are, please say something so I know who you are. My day has been good so far. I did 2 really awesome meditations for protection, listened to my chanting in the shower, and was actually listening all the way up until we got on. So I'm feeling really, really good. Thank you for asking. So someone else just got on too. If you leave a comment, I'll know who you are. And so I pulled a card for Naya and I was saying, maybe that'll be a thing. The first person on to let me know they're on, I'll pull an individual card for them. Hi, Shamika. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just waiting a little while longer for everyone to kind of trickle in. I've been leaving the announcements in our group, our United Light Beings Awakening group, so that everyone knows we're going to be live here from now on. If you have already subscribed to the channel and click the bell so that you don't miss notifications, will you do a heart, put a heart as your comment? I know, that's awesome, right? I love that. Thank you, Naya. Yes, it allows us to communicate, like an actual conversation and not where there's this awkward silence. Shamika, how's your day been so far? There's that awkward silence. I'm just kidding. It's not awkward. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I'll wait for you then, Naya. Naya says she's going to share this. Be right back. Thank you so much for sharing it. But yeah, I see that so far we have 3 people on. So I don't know who you are, but while we're waiting, you know what? Shamika said, it's been good. Got some self-care done. I'm going to pull a card for Shamika right now. So, oh, okay. You got a favorable outcome. A favorable outcome. It says, thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. So, Shamika, whatever you're waiting on, whatever you're going through, the outcome is going to be favorable. Just trust and have faith. You know, if you go away from that trust and that faith, you can alter the outcome. But right now, the outcome is going to be in your favor. You just trust and have faith and know that it will be. Hi, Liz. How are you? Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to also pull a card for Liz. Now, this won't happen every week where I pull individual cards for individuals, but I'm thinking I'm going to make it a thing. The first person on that says, hey, I'm here, I'll pull an individual card. But this is for Liz. Oh, which one? Okay, thank you. Liz, you got your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Oh, this is so fitting. So fitting with the information you got for school. And, you know, the first thing was this, you know, me shifting that language, or was it just coincidence? But you knew there wasn't a such thing. It says, please help me clearly hear, see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. And so it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started with our breathing, and then we'll go ahead and get started, okay? So if you just go ahead and get comfortable, you're so welcome, Shamika. I'm glad that it does resonate. Thank you. Go ahead and get comfortable and just close your eyes and begin taking those slow, deep breaths. And, you know, as always, what you're going to do is inhale as slow and deep as possible through your nose and allow yourself to visualize and feel love and light entering your body. And then when you exhale through your mouth, allow yourself to release all that's no longer serving you. And again, if it's something that you are specifically choosing to release, you can see yourself releasing that specific thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. And out through your mouth. Continue breathing in love and light. And releasing all that does not serve you. Continue breathing as I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters. I ask that you be with us today, that you use me as a vessel of highest light and love so that I may deliver a message that serves the highest good of those that I'm called to serve. I thank you for this beautiful gift of service. I thank you for these beautiful souls. I ask that their minds, their hearts, and their spirits be open to receive whatever is going to serve their highest good. I thank you, and so it is. So let's just do a few more breaths in through your nose. And exhale. Breathing in love and light through your nose. And releasing all that no longer serves you. And last time, slow and deep, inhale through your nose, love and light. And exhale. Okay. Good. Hey, Marvia. Thank you for joining us. So how do you guys feel after okay. Um so what I am going to do is pull a card for the group, possibly two. When we get to Okay, so here's the thing. If we get to 20 people on our live today, I will do a guided meditation with a hypnotherapy component so that you can meet your spirit guides today. So if you like to take a step away to invite people to share, then please go ahead and do that. And we will do a guided meditation. Ooh, that one came flying out. Okay, thank you. So the first card we got is sense of humor. It says, thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. So literally what's coming through with this card is to not take life so seriously. Not take life so seriously because you know what? You're going to do it again. It's better to enjoy it. You know, when you are going through something or you're experiencing something, find the humor in the small things. You know, really take a step back and just tell yourself, it's not that serious. This is either meant to teach me or bless me. And there's nothing to be down about a lesson or a blessing. It's just all about the way you look at it. Also, by bringing forth your sense of humor, it helps you to connect with your inner child. And, you know, your inner child is the part of your unconscious mind that really drives you. Your inner child is the part of your unconscious mind that is either confident or afraid. And so the more you connect with your inner child, the more you grow your inner child, the more you love your inner child, the more confident and strong and loving you're going to be as your adult self. Okay, I just heard, don't sweat the small stuff. And I'm being told to tell you about this. There's this, I don't know if it's on YouTube or not, but I saw it on Facebook. And there's this little girl, I believe she's 2 years old, and her grandmother told her to clean her space. They were out eating. And so literally, the little girl's response was she didn't work there. So what her grandmother was doing in the car was telling her, you don't tell me you don't work here. You know, she's going on. And her granddaughter's like, Nana, don't sweat the small stuff. I don't work there. It's not my job. You don't sweat the small stuff, Nana. It was the cutest thing. But from the mouth of babes, she told her grandmother not to sweat the small stuff. So it's really important that you're keeping your vibration high at all times. You know, Liz, I know you posted in our group on Facebook, the United Light Beings Awakening, how when you shifted your language and you posted something and I reframed it with using abundance language. And when you read it that way, you got something really awesome that happened. And so literally our vibration is controlling everything from the way we speak, from the way we feel, from the way we think. And we talk about our vibration every week. So you all are familiar, but it's time for you to understand that even when you are not laughing at life, your vibration is most elevated when you are. Is there anything else? Okay, thank you. So the next card is believe and trust. Believe and trust. It says, my prayer, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. And so it is. So this is definitely self-explanatory. I don't know why I'm having a difficult time speaking today, but I'm going to read this again. It says, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. And I always end any prayer, any request with, and so it is. It's just that stamp of approval. It is, and there's nothing that's going to stop it because I've said it. It is in stone. And literally, this card, it states the obvious, but it's really important for you to understand that fear and faith, they can't exist together. And love and fear, they can't exist together. So it's time to replace fear with faith and trusting in the divine, trusting and knowing that you have the power. Your life depends on you. It depends on you. It's like when I was in sales, my income depended on me. How hard I worked, how many clients I saw in a day, it depended on me, And so your life depends on you. What you receive depends on you. The outcome, it's all in your control. So if you trust and you believe in that, then you will have a better chance, meaning 100% success rate at creating the life you're choosing. But it does require you to, first of all, believe that you can, and then trust and have faith. Trust and have faith. When you take action towards your dreams, trust and believe that you'll be delivered the tools that it takes to make it happen. The only time the tools are not available is when you doubt. It's when you doubt, when you can do something and then you can start feeling like, oh my goodness, what did I just do? Now that hammer that it was going to take to nail it, that hammer's now gone. It's not to say it can't be nailed, but imagine building a house and not having a hammer. I'm sure there's a way. You could find something else, but it'll be a lot tougher and it'll take a lot longer. And it's the same with this journey that we're calling this life. So just trust that the divine has your back. What have you been wishing for or waiting on to appear? What have you been saying you'd like to shift about your life? What have you been saying you'd like to build? What have you been saying you'd like to receive? How have you been saying it? Have you been saying it in a way that drips abundance, or have you been saying it in a way that drips lack? It's so important that you are becoming aware of your language, becoming aware of your language. And those of you that are in the United Light Beings Awakening group on Facebook, I did share the lack language versus abundance language link. So you can click it, watch the short video, download the list. It's a really simple list, But that list is so incredibly powerful. When you begin to take away the way you speak by way of lack and replace it with abundance, your life changes. Your life changes. I just heard it's time for you to release fear and attract what you desire and deserve. Your life is meant to be a testament. That's why it's meant to be enjoyed. So we go through these painful experiences. We go through these things so that we can learn, so that we can grow, so that we can heal. And then we teach others that they can do it too. So my life is a testament, the abandonment, the abuse, the bad relationships, the injuries, the chronic pain, the depression, all of that was meant for me to be right here, right now, helping you through whatever you're going through. And it's the same for you. So let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Victoria. Okay. So let's see what the next card is. Your home is protected by angels. Okay, so I'm being told to tell you to release fear that you're not protected. Someone here is feeling like I may experience a spiritual attack. It's time for you to release that fear, because we've said this before. When you are fearing something, you are manifesting that which you are fearing. So even if you feel the fear, switch it. Instantly switch it. When you're feeling fear, when you're feeling down, switch it to the opposite. So if you're feeling fear, like I'm afraid that I may have a spiritual attack, switch it to, I am so grateful that I am protected spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally. Just switch it and say an affirmation that's the opposite. Okay, so what the card says is my prayer. Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask that you post guardian angels at each window and door, ensuring its security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, or taxes. And so it is. And so it is. So make sure you do that every night. Call on Archangel Michael and ask that an angel be placed at every window, every doorway, and then rest assured and know that darkness is not stronger than light. And as long as these angels are guarding your home, you are protected. You are protected. You can even see yourself throughout the day, being guarded, almost like you have angelic bodyguards just walking with you all around you, protecting you, keeping you safe. Also, answering your calling helps with your safety. When you're in your purpose and you're doing what you've been called here to do, I'm hearing it gives you an extra boost of protection. And really that comes from your confidence. It's like, because I'm doing this work, I don't fear getting on an airplane. I'm like, I have way too much work to do to die now, or certain things that may have made me afraid in the past. I'm confident that I have a mission and there's way too much that I'm still meant to do in this lifetime to lose my life. So really, it comes from the confidence of knowing that I am protected. Is there anything else for that? Okay, the comments just disappeared. That's kind of weird. But I was told to tell you to watch the energy you bring into your home. So if you don't have a little table or anything by your front door, place something where you can place a white candle at your entrance and just light it. Whenever you're having company, light that white candle. That will help to keep any low vibrating energy out of your home. And whenever you're utilizing candles for more than just the ambiance or for more than just a beautiful scent, don't blow it out. Make sure you snuff it. And that way you're not blowing out whatever energy you've just created with this candle. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there you guys are. Let's see what you're saying. Naya said, I get like this. It happened again last night. My spirit team said, we're here. And that fear, anxiety isn't yours. I literally cover my home and family every night. This entity comes frequently. So when you say this entity, are you speaking of a low vibrational entity or the high vibrational entity that's telling you you're protected? I know the comments come in a lot quicker than on Facebook. And while I'm waiting for Naya's response, I am going to pull another card. What's the message today? Okay, so I was told to take these and the one sticking out. Naya's, there's 4 total. Naya said the low one, the high ones come when this fear anxiety kicks in. So, I'm hearing the low one is attached to you, and it does stem from your fear. That fear of not knowing your power consciously, but it's more unconsciously you do. And because of the way you were persecuted, that fear feeds that lower vibrating energy. So that's why it goes away when your guides come and they reassure you, because then you're no longer afraid. So what I'd like you to do, and any one of you that is experiencing something that's low vibrational, whether it's fear of an energy or an entity, or whether it's fear of something else, I'd like you to literally visualize your angels pulling that cord that attaches that fear to you out of your entire cellular being. Just visualize them pulling it out, and burning it, like poof, it's gone. And then when you're done, when you feel like it's done, just place your hand on your heart chakra and your solar plexus and just send divine energy there and ask that any openings be closed. And you can do this as regular as you feel led to help remove any energy that's attached to you that's low vibrational. Okay, good. So let me see what these cards say. And literally, it doesn't look like, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to 20 people today. But when we get to 20 people, I will do a live guided, I like to call it a hypnotation, because there's a hypnotic component to it so that the positive commands stick, but it's also a guided meditation. So when we get to 20 people on our lives, our Wednesday lives, I will do that with you guys. So this will require you inviting people to join us, inviting them to the group, sharing the links, and then get them on, because those guided meditations are extremely powerful. We just did an inner child healing in REM, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. If someone's on that's in REM, if you can share a bit about that, that'd be great. Even if you catch the replay in the group, just comment your experience with that. So what it says is have confidence. Have confidence. My prayer, Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. So this is actually a card that I got this morning for myself. And, I've shared this before, but I always get nervous when I'm going to go on live or when I have spiritual happy hour or even in a session, because I don't prepare. Only preparing I do is meditation and prayer and chanting. And then I allow Spirit to guide me. So Spirit is always reminding me to have confidence, first of all, and to trust, And so it's one of those things, how you'll hear people say they get stage fright. Like, I know without doubt that Spirit is going to always show up. Spirit is going to always show up and guide me every step of the way, but those nerves still come. So you're being called to be confident as you embark on this path, on this journey. You are entering a new phase of your life, a new phase of your life. That dark hour is done. Release it. You're here because your dark hour is done. But if you're holding on to it, it's like eating a now and later, finishing it now or later, and holding on to the wrapper. It's serving no purpose. Your dark hour, it's done. Choose to release it so you can now step into your light. Step into your light with confidence. And if you're in your light, it's time for you to move to the next phase. So you have to be confident in order to get to that next phase. You can't get to the next phase doubting in your ability, doubting in your strength, or doubting your connection to the divine. You can't get there doubting your own inner divinity. You must trust and know that this world is yours. This world is yours. I'm hearing you've been led into the forefront. And it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to make a choice. If healing is what's keeping you from stepping forward, heal. If lacking in your relationship with the divine is what's keeping you back, build a connection with the divine. Start meditating. If there's low vibrational energies around you that keeps your vibration from elevating, dismiss those that bring that low vibrational energy. It's time for you to trust. It's time for you to know. And I'm being told to go back and focus on that low vibrational energy of people that are around you. So here's the thing. This is how I kind of described it when I was talking to someone that has low vibrational energy. And I knew that that energy being around me, being in a relationship was keeping me vulnerable. I describe it as being on the freeway going 100 miles per hour around a curve with a missing door and no seatbelt. Okay. I mean, that's pretty, that's a lot, but that's what it's like. If you are allowing someone with low vibrational energy to share a space with you, eventually there's going to be an accident that's going to occur and you're going to be the one that gets hurt. Because as you're saying yes to your calling, as you're saying yes to embracing your light, that lower vibrational energy will use whoever it can to take you off your course. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. You can kindly ask, and if an ask isn't enough, you can kindly command that individuals to exit, or you can leave. Again, you're in control. You don't have to sit there and take it, is what I just heard. And I just heard, Victoria, you can fly. I heard, Naya, your low vibrational energy at times is your own mind. Your mind goes 50 miles per minute. Okay, per minute. And sometimes it just gets to a chaotic space. Just slow down, be still, and be guided. Be guided. This message is for everyone, but those are the two names that came up specifically. Okay, thank you. And I just heard, Marvia, you just make sure you don't stop before the blessing occurs. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to see what you all are saying before I go on to the next card. Marvia said, my energy has been low. And I said, yes, my mind races. That's where all the questions come from. Marvia, with your energy, start meditating. Give yourself at least 5 minutes in the morning and in the evening. Set your alarm for 5 minutes earlier and just deep breathe. Just inhale the way we did when I started this live. Just inhale slow and deep through your nose, exhale out your mouth. And just whatever thoughts come up, acknowledge them and push them away. At least 5 minutes. The more the better, but 5 minutes is all it takes. So start there. That will help raise your energy. And Naya, yes, it's time for you to be still. Be still. Be still. Okay, thank you. I heard allow Spirit to guide you and show you. So simply ask Spirit to show you what serves your highest good to know next. Ask Spirit to show you what serves your highest good to do next. Okay, thank you. So the next card is your children are watched over by angels. And I heard, have no fear, they're safe. But it says, dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. This is good. I mean, the card is good. The tea is good too, but I mean the card. So one of the things that I do every evening and every day, when I protect myself, I also say, and I extend this protection to my children until they are protecting themselves. Now, I used to say until they're able, but here's the thing. See, our words being very specific when we're manifesting, our words, the universe doesn't think, oh, well, I know what she means. No, the universe gives you exactly what you ask for. My oldest is 21. He'll be 22 in November. My youngest is 14. He'll be 15 in February. Both of my boys are capable of protecting themselves, right? So if I were saying until they're able to protect themselves, well, guess what? My protection is not being extended. But if I say until they are protecting themselves, then it's being extended until they're actually protecting themselves. So you have a cord that connects you to your children, and you can simply ask and you will receive. Ask and you will receive. So ask that the divine extends whatever protection you're doing for yourself and to yourself to your children. And it's really important that you are protecting yourself every single day. Every single day, because whether you know it or not, you're a light worker, and there are energies that would rather you not fully step into your light or would rather you not stay in your light. So if you aren't protecting, you can experience a lot of emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual attacks. It's not to say you won't still get attacked if you're protecting, but what it means is you'll be protected from them. See yourself in that reflective shield. See your home in that reflective shield, above ground, in front, back, side to side, below ground. See yourself in your home fully protected. Do the same with your car. And I actually, when I'm doing my protection, I actually visualize my boys and my niece. My niece is 9. She just turned 9 on the 29th. And so I literally see the 3 of them individually. I protect them as well. You can also put your children's picture in a ring of salt and just pray every day and make sure that each picture just has one child in it. Create their own ring, their own, so that you're not connecting their energy. You're sending protection for them in their individual life. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Okay, so you got honor and trust your feelings. Honor and trust your feelings. So I've told you this so many times. We are born psychic. We all are. We're born psychic. We're born with a gift of sight. If you look at babies, they're cooing and laughing at things that aren't visible to us. It's because they're still connected. And if we were growing this gift from the time they were born, it would never shut off. So now what's happening is you are in the process of reawakening your psychic abilities. So that intuition, that gut feeling, that is a part of your psychic ability. And it's time for you to trust it. It's time for you to trust it. You're not imagining things. You're not crazy. You're not making things up. You're not being influenced by those around you. You know the difference. You know the difference. I have a tendency to pay attention to my body when I'm dealing with people. I pay attention to my body. I use my body as my GPS so that if spirit doesn't just say to me, beware, my body will. My body will. We are the divine having a human experience, and we are a tool that guides us through this life. So this vehicle that we're in, it's designed to go off, to sound alarms when there's red flags that will serve our highest good to be aware of or be careful. But you have to trust that. You have to trust that. When you start doubting your ability to receive, you start weakening your ability to receive. So start praying for the strengthening of your third eye. Start asking the divine to strengthen your ability to receive messages from the divine of highest light and love. And whenever you're asking to receive, always call on highest light and love. When you're talking to spirits or you're dealing with spirit realm, highest light and love, be very specific. Because if you just start speaking to spirits, you could be speaking to something that looks like the crypt keeper, and I'm sure nobody here is inviting the crypt keeper in. We also got let go of fear now. Now, not later, not tomorrow, not a minute from now. Now, let go of fear now. The only real time is now. Yesterday doesn't exist. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Now is the only time that's guaranteed. That's it, now. So what does it say? My prayer, Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. And so it is. Why don't you feel worthy is what I just heard. Why don't you feel worthy? Whenever you self-sabotage or whenever you cut yourself off from receiving blessings, it's because you don't feel worthy. And why? Why don't you feel worthy? When you're dealing with toxic people, it's because you don't really believe that you deserve better. I have had a series of toxic relationships. And the reason is because I was repeating patterns based on a vibrational frequency of what I believed. I believed that people were going to abandon me. I believed that. That was my reality in a past life, and I manifested it based on that vibrational frequency. We have cellular memory that our current selves hold on to from past lives. So I manifested it in a father that abandoned me. Now, granted, my parents were young. My dad was 19, my mom was 20, and my dad and I are extremely close now, but my dad abandoned me. My mom, when I was 19 and pregnant, my mom abandoned me. Again, we're close now, but she abandoned me. Relationships. I was married twice. Both my husbands abandoned me. Even though I left the relationships, they abandoned me in the relationships. Friends abandoned me. You know what I mean? It wasn't until I healed that I changed that vibrational frequency. And I know I deserve to be supported. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be at peace. I deserve happiness. And so do you. And now that that's the vibration the frequency I'm vibrating at, that's what I receive. I receive that. It's time for you to shift your beliefs about what you deserve. And for some, it's as simple as a light switch. Like it just clicks. You're like, okay, I got this. I believe that I deserve, And for some, it's affirmations in the mirror every day, declaring what you deserve, declaring your worthiness. And for some, deeper healing is required. But it's time for you to get in touch with what does it take for me to shift my vibrational frequency so that I believe I'm worthy of greatness, of happiness, of peace, of love. That I'm worthy to carry this responsibility of a light worker. And that I'm worthy to receive abundance in all areas of my life. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Victoria said, also important to know the information and insight we receive is necessary for our growth and to share with others. This is so true. This is so true. Our purpose here is to teach, Each one teach one. When we heal 7 generations before us, 7 generations after us. When we heal, we awaken, we grow. We're meant to do that so that others can do the same. It's a given. That's the purpose. That's the purpose. We're not meant to gain this knowledge or this wisdom and this enlightenment and keep it to ourselves. That's not what it's for. It's meant to be shared. Because, just imagine if the entire world was vibrating at the frequency of love. Could you imagine how beautiful the world would be? Literally and figuratively. Could you imagine how green and lush, how simple life would be? Could you imagine how, I'm literally seeing just bright, vibrant colors and like lush greenery all over and just the feeling in the air. Could you imagine if every time you turned on your TV, the message was love and light and not hate and destruction? Could you imagine what that would feel like? Well, you are your own little world, and you have the ability to create that in your own little world. And when you create it in your world, it's contagious. Those that are in your presence, it will then become their world, and it's a domino effect. It starts with us, one single person. It starts with us. We first change our world, and then that's how we help change the world. So, yeah. So I'm going to ask that someone look up 55, share it in the comments because we're at 5 people on right now, 5 likes, and then also 1117, if someone can look that up as well. And share the link in the comments, whether you are catching this live on YouTube or even on the when I share it in the group. Okay, I'm being told to put all the cards back in before I pull again. To see if there's any. I'm saying to see if there's any message that's going to be stressed. Looks like I'm getting my clothes are falling off. Oh, that one. Okay. That one flipped over. So it says, you and your children are watched over by angels. You and your children. Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. Okay. That's why I was told to put them all back because, look, this one literally flipped over and we already got this card. So the other thing, I was being led to tell you this and I forgot, so it's coming back up. I used to be, I can't even remember what comedian used to say, and excuse my language, but punk ass parents. Okay, that used to be me. Okay, that was me all the way. My children were so used to, if I put them on punishment, they knew I would forget and they would act like I never put them on punishment and they'd be off later that day, the next day at the latest, And when I connected to spirit, I was no longer that punk ass parent, I literally asked for spirit to guide me on what the punishment was to consist of and how long the punishment was to be. So here's a funny story. My son, I pulled cards for him. He was like, Mommy, will you pull cards? My younger son. And I said, okay. So I was pulling from the Angel Answers deck, and his punishment at that time was 6 months. I can't even remember. He was being disrespectful and he had plenty of opportunities to get it right. So 6 months. So one of the cards was a yes. The answer to your question is yes. So I told him, I said, ask me a question, any question that you'd like spirit to answer. So I'm thinking for sure he's going to ask to get off punishment. And I'm thinking, but he's not ready, but if spirit says, then he's going to be off. Why did he ask me if he could go to his friend's birthday party? And I was like, yes, And so he was like, you mean if I had asked, could I get off punishment? I was like, yeah. But I knew he wasn't ready and he didn't ask, could he get off? So then, of course, he's asking me, Mommy, can you pull cards every so often? And then he actually did end up maybe like 2, 3 weeks later, asking that question, getting a yes. So that's how he got off. But the point that I'm making is when you allow spirit to guide everything, even your parenting, it becomes better. Like, parenting my son is so much easier now because spirit is guiding even that. And now my son takes me seriously because he knows it's no longer mommy, it's spirit. And spirit's not gonna get me off if I don't deserve it. So now he's really shifting the things that put him on punishment in the first place. So I'm hearing, so allow spirit to guide you even when it comes to parenting. Naya's laughing. Yeah, it's I'm serious. I was so not strict at all, at all. So yeah, let's see what else is coming for us. Ooh, whoa. This one flipped right out, and then we have this one. So let's see what they say. This one is guarded and protected. And you won't believe this, but the children one came up again. It says, my prayer, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. I accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Okay, so why does this children card keep popping up? Because we got it again. We got it again. You and your children are watched over by angels. Start teaching your children. Start meditating with your children. Start teaching them how to shift their vibration. I just recently took my son's video game because the video game just was not sitting right with my spirit for quite some time. It just wasn't sitting right with my spirit. And it's because, I understand that the games are meant to disconnect the children. It's meant to disconnect them from the divine. It's, causes cognitive issues. I mean, insurance actually pays for addiction to video games now. So that tells you how low vibrating it is. And so I recently took that game. So what Spirit is saying is start teaching your children how to raise their vibration. Start meditating with them. Start talking to them as you're on this journey. This is the only way they're going to truly be protected, is for them to learn how to activate their light or how to keep their light activated, depending on how old they are. And it's also important that we start with the children because they are the next generation of light workers. They are going to be the ones that help to carry this mission. Don't be afraid. Your children are safe. Your children are safe. Your children are safe. And I'm hearing too, someone fears the police when it comes to their children. And I'm grateful that Spirit is bringing this message because I actually had an experience last week where I took my car to get painted, the hood to get painted, and the rental car place. I did a video for Monday Dose of Sunshine about it. But long story short, they called the police because I was like, I'm not leaving. You guys made 2 mistakes. You're either going to rent to me or you're either going to give me a ride to the place that will. So the police were actually really nice. Total, I believe like 6 or 7 came. But as far as just being there consistently, there was like 4 or 5. And they were all nice. These big, huge, brawly police officers too. They were nice and they were all taking my side. They were like, this is ridiculous. You can't just do this or you can't, you know what I mean? But what I realized was, because Spirit told me this, it was my perception. I don't fear the police, right? So my perception of the police is what dictated my experience with the police. I don't fear that my children are going to be harmed by the police when they step outside of my son, his door in Texas, and my younger son, his door here our home. I don't have a fear in that department. So one of you or some of you are fearing that. It's time for you to release that, because remember, what you fear is what you attract. Protect your children, protect them, teach them how to protect themselves, and know that they are safe when they walk out into that world. Even when it comes to making poor decisions, drugs and alcohol, the things that parents typically fear. Sending your children to a relative or to a friend and fearing that they may be molested. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid and know that your children are protected and watched over by angels. And the way you know this is you start protecting them and you start teaching them how to protect themselves. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Naya said, I asked Spirit for help with my autistic toddler. He is very unpredictable, and I worry because he doesn't understand danger. Victoria said, they are more connected already. I said, yes, I am currently teaching my teens. And I said, OMG, yes, the cops are a worry too. So, yeah, here's the thing. Autistic children, they tend to be more sensitive in a lot of other areas. So release that fear and that worry and start to put energy into activating your child's ability to recognize danger. 1 second. Maintenance was supposed to come yesterday, and I think they're here today. Who is it? Oh, 1 second, please. Okay. This is real life, guys. It's FedEx. I'll be right back. Right back. Hi. Yes. Thank you so much.
There you are.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. And I'm back. Did you miss me? Thank you guys for allowing me to be myself. It's important that we're who we are and life happens. And this is also a message for you. You don't have to be perfect because you are perfect. Life happens and you just roll with it and you just go with the flow. So thank you for allowing me to be myself at all times and for loving me as much as I love you. So let's see. I am going to pull one more card unless more come out. Is there anything else you'd like me to say about the protecting of the children? Okay, so yes, thank you. So activate your son's ability to have his intuition kick in by setting the intention, by praying, by calling on your guides, and trusting that it will. Trusting that it will, because there is nothing that's impossible when the divine or our divine spirit team of highest light and love is involved. There's just not. There's nothing that's impossible. So if you can release the things that you fear and speak of those things as if you like them to be, or if you're choosing for them to be, and you have full faith, you can make it so. You can make it so. Okay, I just heard cut the deck and see what's there. Ah, look, prayer will help the situation. So I just love spirit, don't you? It says, Dear God and Archangel Michael, and anyone else to whom you pray to, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention, and then describe the situation. I welcome your help, and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle, and I ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you and amen. So, let's cancel, delete the need. I believe in miracles, and I'm grateful that you've sent one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you and amen. And so it is. So literally, even, these cards, I noticed that these cards, a lot of these decks, they use lack language. And so when you are receiving a deck, or even when I'm reading from the cards, just go ahead and replace it with the abundance language, because that is so incredibly important. I've shared this before, but I'm going to share for those of you that are new. I was asking for guidance on investing in a software program for my business. And I was using my pendulum because at this time I wasn't always getting answers instantly, like hearing them, and I didn't have time to meditate. So I asked, should I invest in this software program now? And I got a no. And instantly it was like, wait a minute. I said, does it serve my highest good to invest in this software program now? And I got a yes. And I said, did I get a no before? Because I said, should I? And I got a yes. So that was confirmation for me from spirit, how lack language can actually affect what you receive from spirit when you're asking for guidance. So it's so important that when you're asking the divine for anything, that you're using abundance language. It's just so important. So important. So yeah, if you haven't downloaded that list, make sure you do. Make sure you do. And Naya said, yes, prayer relieves me. Okay. So before we actually go, we're right at 11:32. Last week, we were talking about our Empower Hour and keeping it at an hour. And look, we're only 2 minutes out of our hour. Do you guys see my little sticker? Wait, I'm going to drink it so you can see. Roth. They have some of the cutest mugs with some of the cutest messages. And so yeah, I'm just going to see if you all have anything to say before we wrap it up. And let's see. For some reason, I'm feeling a little dizzy right now. Let me see what that's all about. Whenever I'm on live with you all, I sometimes pick up on your energy, individual, an individual, or sometimes just collectively. So. No, nothing's coming up. I just heard, make sure you're getting enough rest. Enough rest. And also stay hydrated. I just heard, allow yourself to receive the gift that you chose for your life before you came here. What was that? What gift was that? What gift was that? Well, it doesn't look like you all are posting any questions. So I thank you so much for being here with me today. And make sure you invite your friends, your family to join us for our Wednesday Live Empower Hour. Because again, when we get 20 people on live, I will do a guided hypnotation so that you can meet your spirit guides. It's amazing. It's amazing. That was how I met mine for the first time, like literally knew who they were by name. So we'll do that. So what that's going to require is for you to, number one, invite them to join us over in the United Light Beings Awakening group in Facebook, because I'll be posting the invites and then also sharing the link to the videos with them so that they can subscribe themselves. And make sure you tell them, subscribe and hit that bell so that you can get the notification, So yeah, so we can get that guided hypnotation done. I'm curious to know who your guides are. So, well, thank you again so much for joining me. I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. And I will talk to you next Wednesday.